phenomenal job. And that's, he's a big reason why our clients get, the results that they get. They're able to generate their first $3,000, $5,000 high-end coaching sale online after, for many people, never being online in their life. Some people are like, I have like 200 friends on Facebook. Is this shit really going to work for me? Like, hey guys, I don't have an email list. I don't have a website. Are you sure this like online advertising stuff's really going to work? And so Nazim is an absolute rock star. He's very patient. He's also very knowledgeable. He stays up until all hours and like figures it out until he nails it. And so we want to share with you, these three really big mistakes that we see new coaches making with online marketing. Guys, online marketing can be like Chinese. I know it is for me. So please let us know if you're joining us. Drop an emoji, let us know that you're here so we can make sure that all this cool technology works. And then please let us know if you have any questions for us today. Okay, I see that we're online here. What questions do you have for us about Facebook ads, about online technology, about funnels, about maybe YouTube ads, or any kind of paid advertising question? And Nazim, let's get started here while people are joining us. What would you say is the number one, biggest mistake, most critical thing here that people really, have a problem with when they're trying to get paid advertising to work for them?
Right. So we've got three things, right? To make sure you create, launch, and maintain your ads to attract your clients, you have to know how to do these three things. Number one, you have to know what kind of ad you need to launch, because I see that there's a lot of confusion and dilemma, revolving around this topic. Should I do video ads, carousel ads, messengers, this and that? So you really need to be able to know the right answer and then zone in on that answer and really implement that specific type of ad. Number two is you need to be able to run effective ad copy, and this is a big part of what we teach inside of the program as well. And I'm really proud, like sometimes I see our graduates write ad copies that like blow mine out of the water, like completely, because they know their audience so well, and we teach them that as well. And step number three is really knowing how to effectively manage your ads, because when you create and launch the ad, that's not the end of the story. And that's actually the 50%. The rest of the other 50%, the other half, is knowing how to properly manage the ads. And there's an art, a mad science to it as well. So, we can talk about all three briefly, or go in depth a little bit more, I think, on the call.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shall I start with the first one, or you wanna?
Well, let's talk a little bit about this. And I want to welcome Mallory, who's joining us here. Thanks for letting us know all this awesome technology is working. And like Nazim said, we really work with new coaches. We have an 8-week online boot camp. That's what he's referring to. It's called our 10K in 30-day program.com. I'm just going to drop the link here for you guys. Paid advertising can cost a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. And like he said, not knowing what kind of ad to choose, not understanding how to write effective, engaging copy, and not knowing how to see if your ad is even working. If it's even, is it doing what it's, am I spending the right amount? Is it reaching the right people? Is it effective? These are the top three problems that we help our clients solve. And the result of solving those three problems is that you have effective marketing. You have a system. And a system in your business is what lets you sleep at night. You know that if you spend $5 a day, for example, that's what we teach our clients in our 8-week bootcamp, $5 a day, so Starbucks coffee is going to generate so many people in your group, and then you're going to monetize those people, and that becomes a system. If you want more, you just spend $10, $20, $40, $100 a day. We spend over $2,000 a day, and we run a multitude of different ads here at Take Your Power Back Now. But we want to help you win with a very simple recipe. And that's what we're really good at in our 8-week bootcamp. I'm just dropped the link for you guys here below. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Dawn is here. Before we jump into the real meat of it, Nazim, she says, good afternoon. My concern is, what if you do everything right and follow your checklist and then come up with no sales? Then what? Is it happened? Do we then have to go back to you guys after the program's over and paid for? I have concerns that I am very aggressive, but I won't stop. There's always a possibility. Will you guys be there with support after the 8-week program? That's a fucking phenomenal question. So let me just address this before we get going. So number one, you have not only like a checklist and a membership site in our 8-week program, but you get to work with this guy every single week. And you get like, he'll get on like a Zoom like this and open up and take a look at your ad account and say, you know what, switch that, switch this, right? Nazim, which is, this has happened several times. We've had several clients be like, I tried everything, it didn't work. And now they have like 600 people in their Facebook group, 1,000 people. How many clients have we seen that happen with? True or true?
True, absolutely, 120%.
Yeah. So the thing with Facebook advertising and with anything that you do in business is most likely the first time you try something, you're going to fall on your face and it's going to fail. All right. We want to minimize that experience for you. And I would be lying to you if I said that the first ad everyone tries works. Guy, that's not reality, you know, but if you stay with it and you stick with it, Donna, you know, you're going to maybe tweak 5% to the left, 2% to the right, and then bang, it's going to work. And then you're going to have the traffic thing worked out. And then you're going to have to do the conversion thing. All right. So in business as an entrepreneur, you're going to have many different levels to soften: copywriting, sales, mindset. We'll talk about that today. Advertising, systems, all of these things. You know, it's like a full-on contact sport. So we're here with you throughout the whole 8 weeks. You get to work with me and my amazing team. Nazim is here, copywriters, video experts, mindset mentors, sales. And then when you graduate, we actually put you into a graduates group. We don't give you free coaching there. It's not the same kind of experience. But we do, you know, calls with you every month and make sure that you're still there. You get the support of the community, which is really important. And if you want to keep growing and up leveling with us, we have a year-long program called Bikini Business Breakthrough. So lots and lots of support.
Just to add on top of what you said, Vanessa, and to address the concern, and what I can say is nothing worth having comes easy. And in entrepreneurship and in business, if you want to grow, if you want to live the life that you envision for yourself, then you need to be you need to prepare to make some important decisions, right? And trust the process. And what we can do in the company is really handhold you to go through these steps and really pass our knowledge on to you and pass our support. And that significantly improves and increases your chances to be successful, right? Than the person who doesn't have the handholding, who doesn't have the support. So for what it's worth, you have the support and the knowledge of people who've been doing it for literally years now and helped hundreds of clients. And so, I mean, if that doesn't sound empowering and reassuring, then I don't know what does.
You know, it's true, absolutely true what he's saying, that, you know, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be maybe right the first time, but, you know, I want to go back to, and that's why I wished we had a client that just joined our program. She's like, this is the second program that I've ever joined. And she's like, I feel so lucky. She's like, I feel like I won the lottery because I haven't had the experience of being burned and buying all this crap like all these other people have in the past. Because I feel really, really, you know, lucky that this is the second program I buy and I'm in love with it. And, you know, she's listening in and hearing stories of the other women who are like, this is the best thing in the freaking world. And I'm so grateful to Nazim. I'm so grateful to you, Vanessa, for putting all this team and all the support. There's over 7 hours of live support calls that you get. It doesn't exist in the marketplace. And you are going to have to learn how to become a good copywriter. Okay, you're going to be writing email copy, ad copy, copy on your videos, marketing, social media forever. We teach you that. We give you an offer Bible. We teach you sales. A lot of women have a hard time with sales. They don't own their value. They don't know how to handle objections. They don't know how to prevent objections. They don't know how to, you know, what is the mechanism? How does it work? The credit card, the payment, the this, the contract. How does all that shit work? We give you everything. And so I wished, you know, I would have had this I wish I would have had stumbled upon the program like this when I first started. You know, Nazim, man, let's go back to when we first met. When we first met, people have been asking me a lot of questions about how I got started. Vanessa, yeah, your company does $250,000 a month now, but what was it like when you were like not making that much money and, you know, struggling? And, you know, I found Nazim through, I had hired a marketing company that did such a piss poor job. I had to fire them after spending a couple grand. They were like, oh, we'll do your ads and stuff and it won't cost you that much. And, you know, get us started for a little fee. And then it ended up costing me, wasted so much time. I was more upset with how much time it wasted me. You know, 5 months, I could have been freaking knocking out of the park and I was wasting my time. And I decided to go and hire somebody on Upwork.com with your friend Tom. And Tom was this like specialist with his ClickFunnels. And I was trying to do this like cheapo membership site and make this passive income, and no one wanted to buy it and it wasn't effective and the whole thing exploded and it was just like so complicated. This guy Tom came on board and he tried to fix it and it kind of worked. And then, you know, I said, Tom, do you know anybody who does Facebook ads? And he introduced me to Nazim. And we got started working together and I was like, oh my God, spending $10, $40 a day. Like I was all freaked out. And we, you know, had a little bit of success with our ads, but we didn't have the right program, you know. So like, if you think you're going to make $1 million selling a $27 or $100 a month thing, you just better forget about it right now. It just doesn't work. That's like
you can make a couple of $100 a month, right? But you can make a living. You can't rely the success and really the profitability of your business on a $17 guide checklist book.
Yeah, that's right. So this, you know, you have to have the right business model. And in the beginning, you know, I didn't have the right business model. We had the ads. I was spending all kinds of money on ads. It was, you know, holy good God, you know, did we ever like go up and down and around? We must have spent about $30,000 trying to dial this in. So paid advertising, you know, now I'm happy to spend 60 grand a month on ads, you know, when it brings 250,000 in. Happily, I'll do that all day long. Actually, we're spending more now, right? Because we know I can calculate it. If I spend this much money, I'm going to get this much back. And that's when you have the predictability. Now, you don't start out spending thousands of dollars a day on paid advertising, but you need to, if you want to have consistency, you need to have the right ad copy. You have to know if it's effective and you have to lean in and spend money. Okay. That's, if you know, if I told you, you know, that if you spent $10 a day, $300 a month, you know, it would bring you XYZ amount of sales. Let's say it was one client at $5,000. Would you spend it? You're fucking right, you would. You'd try and spend $600 a month, right? So that's what we're trying to. That's the habit and that's the mindset that we're inviting, you know, entrepreneurs to really embrace, embody, and own. And you're going to have that if you want to have a system in your business. If you want to do all the marketing yourself and spend all this time, which I think in the beginning is good, right? You need to get some clarity. But then once you know who your audience is and what problems you solve and your program and you're comfortable with that, now it's time to remove yourself from the actual marketing bit. Let the systems do it for you so that you can, you know, focus your time on serving your clients.
Yeah. And you don't have to spend 60 grand a month, because I can already imagine like people who are watching this, oh my God, like from 0 to 60 grand, how am I going to get there? You don't even have to get to 60 grand a month point, you know? Your goal might be that you want to do whatever, comfortable 10K a month. And for that, you don't have to spend 60 grand, but you do need the system that works well. And you can get started with as low as $10 a day. That's actually what I recommend. Hey, we even have people who do $5 a day. $5 a day is literally a cup of coffee, like actually a small one in Starbucks. That's the price that you have to pay to get started with generating clients online. It's that easy. The barrier of entry is that easy, but you have to have the right systems and you have to have the right mentors to get you there, which we obviously provide you with.
Yeah, and it's a Starbucks coffee a day. And I think if I was going to start my business all over again, this is exactly what I would do. So, there's a lot of people out there in the marketplace that, they're trying to sell you a Ferrari, buy my Harley Davidson. And you're like, it's this complicated, big freaking holy hoo ha. We just want to help you get down the driveway and help you take your training wheels off. Okay.
Yeah.
We're really, really good at teaching new coaches how to get down the driveway, take the training wheels off, and then say, hey, look, Ma, no hands. And we focus on making that experience really smooth and effective so that you do have wins, Donna, you do have sales, and you break that glass ceiling of, well, I don't know if I can charge, $3,000, who's going to pay me $5,000, and have a system of bringing in leads consistently every day. If you have nobody to talk to and nobody to sell to, that's a real problem. You're not going to sell your coaching to your mother, sister, auntie, brother. Okay. The people that know you, they're never going to pay that money. That's not your audience. And so a lot of our clients come to us and they're like, I don't know this online marketing. It scares me. I'm overwhelmed. We get it. And so we've dialed it into really just a step-by-step process. And we've taken hundreds of women through this process, right? Over the last couple of years, we've refined the content so that, we give you checklists. Here's the video. Hey, and then we give you Nazim and you get to work with me and my team on implementing it. So it's not just hey, here's a video, do it yourself. You do a little bit of it and you're like, I'm stuck. And you come and get some clarity and get back into action. And then that's why at the end of 8 weeks, you have sales. You have a system for generating leads. And Facebook is so awesome. I mean, talk a little bit about how freaking crazy dialed in you can target your audience on Facebook. Just briefly.
You can, as long as your imagination allows you to. Okay, the kind of house they live in, the kind of public figures they follow, the kind of magazine your audience reads, age, demographics, even the job industry, the industry they work in. Okay, their job title, right? Like, do I need to continue this? Like, down to a street. You can take a radius to target 10 kilometers around their street. I'm starting to get a little bit creepy here, but it is really Facebook's targeting power, right? And the possibility, the languages they speak. Then you can also target people. You can only target people who are seeing your posts on mobile, or you can do desktop, or you can do both. Or you can do Instagram, or you can do Messenger. Like, there's so many, and that's why this actually, like, this beautiful, these all these possibilities, this beautiful system that Facebook has, it oftentimes confuses people because they now feel overwhelmed, which very well transitions to the first point that I'd like to discuss, right? We should discuss what kind of ad we should really run and you should really focus on, because in the game of marketing and in business, and I think in life in general, if you want to be successful, you have to decide that one thing you want to focus on and you have to give it your all, right? Instead of trying to diversify and lay your eggs in different baskets. That's not the right time to do it when you're getting started and you're looking to achieve success. So
you can have anything you can have, sorry, Nazim, you can have anything you want, you just can't have it all at the same time, right? So focus, yes.
Yes, you achieve success and then you can diversify. Like Vanessa and I, we were doing one type of ad that we're gonna talk about now, and then we're doing YouTube, Google, blah, blah, like, like, get out of here and this, like, we're trying to target people from all angles. But we started with Facebook, and we started with a very simple ad type, and it's called a single image type of ad. It's literally an image. There's some text above that image, and then there's the headline that says, click here to sign up for our training, right? Or click here to join our free Facebook community. And then there's text above that image as well. It's really good. It works because the image grabs their attention, and then the text keeps that attention on the post until they're persuaded buy the copy, buy the ad text that you write, to click on the ad and go to the Facebook group or the registration page, whatever you're promoting, right? In the 8-week group, we promote the Facebook model, the Facebook group model. In the year-long, we actually have people do a little bit more complex stuff with videos and webinars and all that. But basically, the only kind of ad format you should concentrate on when you're getting started and until you reach that 10K plus level is just one simple format, and that is the image ad post. Okay, there's a post, headline, text above it, 7-8 sentences of text that basically say, hey, what's going on? Are you having this problem? Well, then you should join our group because we're a community of this and that, and I'll teach you how to overcome your problem. Click here. That's it. That's the ad. And this is one specific ad type you should focus on.
And I love how it's so simple. So we give you examples, we give you, and then Nazim proofs your copy. And some people, they write an ad and they try it their first ad. It's not good enough. Facebook doesn't allow it. We work with you until you get your ads working.
When we get back to people every day. So there are weekly calls, and then I also get back to people every day by email, tweaking the copy, tweaking the targeting, and really hand-holding you, like I said, on your way to success with Facebook ads.
Imagine how fast you could have. I mean, think about this. Imagine if within the next 8 weeks, you could go from, I've never had a client before, I don't know what the heck to do online, to having your own community. People see you as this rock star, this leader. You are having a $5 a day ad. Every single day, people are joining your group and showing up and watching your videos. We show you how to monetize online video. We show you how to do live streams. We show you how to do a 30-day video challenge. We show you, a marketing recipe. We show you how to make offers, and people start, taking you up on those offers. You're getting on the phone, you're having sales calls, you're learning about sales. You're not just sitting here thinking, watching, learning, and learning without ever earning mode. No, you are in the game, you are having experience, you are learning, and boom, you get a sale. Imagine what that would do for your life in the next 8 weeks if you could make even just a $3,000 coaching sale. That would blow your freaking brains. And then you'd think, well, how can I get another one? Right? It's like this is the experience we want to invite you into. So I love this idea of sharing. Here, what we're doing is one single image ad. A lot of people say, hey, Vanessa, do I do a boosted post?
Do you want to waste some money?
Right.
So, I mean, this is a little bit off topic, but what we discussed, I think, on our previous meeting and previous live in this group is really that you want to have purpose and the goal behind your paid advertising. Right? In advertising and in marketing, you want to know what you're going after. It's like in life. You can't have a clear direction without a goal, right? And worse yet, if you're spending money on that path, you really need to know where you're going and when you're going to get there, right? So I think this very nicely leads to the second point, and that is how to write the ad copy, right? I talked about the kind of ad we need to create, and that's the single image ads, the very simple ones. They very much look like posts on Facebook from your friends, like someone shares a blog post or something, right? And you see it. That's why it's so good. It blends in with the environment, right? So how you should write the ad copy. Now, in the 8-week group, we basically promote the model, and we can talk about it in the future calls, where we get people to the free community where you're the authority and you're the leader that shares your knowledge, right? And then they reach out to you to say, hey, Mr. Expert, I'd like your help, right? So we're pushing people to that free community. And so what's the ad text? What's the ad copy? Marketing text is called copy, yes.
One win before you go there, because this is a really important factor. I just got a Facebook message from a win today who's saying, Vanessa, I've been following you. I want to join your program. And she said, I've been on LinkedIn sending messages. And she goes, I realized after watching your videos that I've been trying to ask people to marry me before taking them out for lunch. So the reason why you want to have this free community is to build a know, like, and trust factor. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. This is nothing new. All right. But as new coaches and new online marketers, people, the biggest mistake we see them make is like, hey, book a call, hey, join, hey, and they're asking people to marry them before they ever take them out for freaking nachos and a couple cervezas. All right. So having this community, like Nazim is saying, is really building that space where you get to show up as an expert and they get to watch videos, they get to hear you, know, like, and trust you, and then eventually see you as an expert they want to buy from. And if you do it, so a lot of people, you know, they're trying to boost a post and say, hey, book a call, no, and people don't even know who you are. Like, you imagine if you were in a bar and some guy walked up and he's like, hey, you want to get married? I think you got nice tits or whatever.
I've done that. I was pretty intoxicated, but didn't work, guys.
It didn't work.
I had to learn the right ways. Yes.
It sounded like a good idea at one point. Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, so back to our point about the ad copy, right? So what type of ad copy you really need to write? So the ad copy you need to write is the one that speaks your customer's language, right? So I'm not going to go talking too much about the what we're going to offer and all that. I'm going to talk about the mindset behind the ad copy and your ad copy writing process. So number one, you have to have your customers' best interests in mind, and you also have to know what are their pain points, very specific pain points. You have to think about what your customer or ideal client thinks and complains about on a daily basis, right? What are their frustrations? Because at the end of the day, if you want to be a coach, right, if you want to provide online help to people, then that means you're a problem solver, right? You help people overcome a problem, or you help people get where they want to be, right? So you have to think about how they complain about their problems or how they dream about their problems, right? And that's what your ad needs to be all about, really writing in their own language how they dream or complain about their problems. For example, you can say, how would it be great if you could do this and that, right? And you put their dream there. Like, how would it be great to attract 3 high-paying clients in the next 60 days, for example, right? And then you say, well, listen, if this sounds like you, then I have some great news for you. In this group that I name surname leading, I actually teach people like you, online coaches and service providers, on how to use very simple marketing techniques and social media posts to attract 3 high-paying clients in the next 60 days. Join here. That's it. So basically, you lead with their pain point or their dream, all right, that they think about every day, and then you make them a very relevant offer, right? Which is
keep talking.
Yeah.
Somebody rang my doorbell. It's a guy coming to fix
cool.
water pressure in the kitchen.
Okay, you always get some people like, yeah.
The show is yours. Cool. The show is yours.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Sure. I'm gonna steal it. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna steal the show. All right, cool. So, all right. So what do you need to do? So as far as ad copy and ad text goes, you really need to lead with your customers' pain points and what they dream about, right? Now, what comes next is what's called the headline, right? So even if you open Facebook, I encourage you to open Facebook and go scroll through your newsfeed. What happens is if you see a post, there's an image, there's some text above it, which shortly describes what the post is about, and then at the bottom there's a headline that says, "Click here to discover more." You know, that kind of text you need to put in the headline. Click here to join our community, or join our community of online entrepreneurs, like something that entices them to click. So that's why it's called a call to action headline. You know, something that you have spoken their language, you have resonated with them, you know, about their pains and dreams. Now what you have to do is you have to drive it home, right? You have to put a very relevant call to action headline that drives it home, right? And makes them do the desired action, which is click on the ad. I don't want to get overly complicated, but the simple process is ask them a relevant question, invite them to your group, and then the headline encourage them to take the action and click and join the community. It's that simple. Trust me, guys, when you get the templates, when we talk about it a little bit more, as you um, uh, uh, practice, it gets very easy. Actually, you know what I noticed? I feel like, so we've been doing it for years now, right? With the group. I noticed that for some reason, I'm not sure, maybe it's like the overall uh, online education of people goes up, but people are so faster creating these ad copies. Like
I
six
think
months ago, that wasn't the case,
I
you
think
know?
we're just getting better. We're just getting better at teaching people how to have a result
Yeah.
in record time. You know, we've redone the training and the support, and we know the same questions happen at this stage in the journey. Talk like I could share with you. Okay, we had this one client. I always remember this one woman from Canada. She spoke French. She did a group on angel reading or something like that. She got 1,700 people into her group before the program was over. At that point, that was more people than I had in my own damn group. So our client actually did surpass us, you know. And we did kind of do these exit interviews. You've probably seen them here, maybe on the Facebook, you know, with people who graduate and have a great experience and, you know, share, you know, with people. And she said, well, you know, my biggest problem now is I have too many clients. I got no time. I said, that's a freaking great problem to have. You know, let's charge more and start scaling and, you know, help people to mastermind and whatnot. And that was all because, you know, she had come to us with no clients, you know, really not really knowing, you know, how to do this, and just knocked it out of the park, you know, and had so many people a day joining for, you know, peanuts, you know. So think about what it costs people in a traditional business to do like television marketing or on the radio. Costs so much money. But here for like $1 or $2, 50 cents even, you could be adding people to your community, right? A live audience. Now you can do these live Facebook lives like we're doing right now with an iPhone. Come on, people. All right. When I first started this online marketing game, I spent a shit ton of money. I had to hire this mentor, and then I had to get all these complicated websites, and I had to get all this, you know, all this crazy stuff to do interviews, audio interviews, and make a sales page. And you don't have to do any of that anymore. You know, a telesummit, you know how complicated that is? If people are still teaching telesummits these days, you should run.
I know, guy. They complain a lot. They graduates. Yes.
Oh, that's like a year long before you get a client process.
And you get like 6 clients in the end, and you should be happy.
No. So this is what's out there being taught in other programs, which makes me really mad. They're, you know, making you do all this complicated stuff when it's so simple. If you really take advantage of the technology today, like I said, an iPhone, you can do live videos, $5 a day ad, use a group, it's free on Facebook, and boom. Then we need to teach you, you know, copywriting and sales and get you clear in your program, what's inside, what you're packaging, how to charge, you know, get your mindset wrapped around being able to charge $3,000, $5,000, and away you go. It can be really simple, you know, in as little as eight weeks. One of our other clients, I mean, I'm just thinking even Helen, you know, she started, she was more of an advanced kind of marketer, started doing her ads and, you know, brought in $20,000 in sales in, I don't know what it was, like 13 days. She turned on her ads and boom, you know, that's the power of a system.
Yeah.
It's when you stop having to do all of your marketing yourself and, you know, you're asleep and it's generating, you know, people are being added to your group. That's the other benefit. You don't have to be there. So what about the Facebook? Let us know if you guys have any questions, like specific questions about online marketing or Facebook or paid advertising. And then, you know, we get this question a lot too. How do I know if the ad's working? How do I know if it's, you know, doing what it's supposed to do?
Right. So without overcomplicating it with key like names of like stats you find in the ads manager, what I'm gonna say is to know if your ad is successful or not, you need to know the end goal, and then you need to know how much you're willing to pay per that one end goal, right? So let's say if your goal is to get people sign up for your training, just for example, then you have to set that as the goal, and then you also have to figure out what's the price you're willing to pay to get one sign up, right? And you know what's the price you should be willing to pay. We talk about that in the course, but for now, what do you need to, what matters is the basics, is the fundamentals, and what I'm giving you right now. What you should know is that you need to set a goal, and you need to know that the way to know whether your ad performance and whether your ads work or not is to look at how much money you spend and how many results you got for that amount, right? It sounds very overly simplistic, I get it, but I can't stress out enough how many people get started running ads, because spending money is easy, right? They're, oh, cool, I'll spend some money. Oh, that person spent money and generated leads and clients. I can spend money too. I have some, right? But they don't understand that actually having money is 20% of success, 10%, right? In this day and age, a lot of people have money, but not a lot of people generate clients online. So you have to have an end goal, and you have to know precisely how much you're willing to pay per that end goal completed, right? Whether it's that you want to get people to your free community or signups. Go on.
This is a really good point that he's making. All right. Yeah. And this is a really, really good point. If we help you package your services, and let's say it's $3,000 for your 90-day coaching program. Okay. For example, would it make sense to spend like $100 to get 3,000? You fucking right it would. Does it make sense to spend $300 to make 3,000? You damn right it does. Does it make sense to even spend $1,000 to make 3,000? Yes, of course it does. Of course it does. That's the game that you're playing with, advertising dollars. And it really does become just a numbers game. Now, a lot of new entrepreneurs they're afraid. They're like, what if it doesn't work? What if I spend? And they're afraid of putting the money down. So that's why mindset's so big, because every new level that you want to hit in your business is going to require a new version of you, a new concept of you as a leader, as a business owner, as a person who can pull the trigger and invest, lean in, know how to read numbers, know what is good, what is bad. Like Nazim said, hey, the most simplest way is, if I'm spending this much, does it give me that much? That's the simplest way to tell. He's got some more not complicated, but some more, measurable goals when you look at cost per, click, and cost per lead, and cost per application.
It will all be peanuts though once you spend a week with those stats. I sound like a geek sometimes, which I'm totally not a geek. At least I hope I am not. But like people refer, to me as, oh, this guy with numbers, until they spend a week with me, and then they become into numbers people as well, because it's really so simple. It's really super simple.
We just figured out our numbers, and we're raising our ad spend incredibly. So I've never spent this much on paid advertising, and I'm like, let's do it. That's the beauty. Once you have these pieces in your business set up and ironed out, once you know how much it costs to acquire a client, once you know what your conversion rate is, on the phone, then, your number is, your sales are really just limited by really how much money you spend. And you can, like Nazim said, if you have a lot of clients that they're like, Vanessa, I don't want to have a big, crazy $250,000 a month business like you have. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have a big team. I don't want to do that. I just want to sit by my pool and retire my husband. Cool. Let's help you make 10, 20, 50 grand a month. Awesome. I remember when we first working together, it was you and me and this little guy, Derek in Pakistan, was my assistant.
What's going on, Derek, if you're watching this?
Hello. Derek was a freaking rock star, man. It was just me and him for a while, for the longest time, for a couple of years, before I started growing my team. And that was actually a very profitable business model. One assistant cost me about $1,000 a month. And at that point, I had screwed up so badly on my Facebook ads. I got my ad account shut down. I couldn't even run Facebook ads because I was posting myself in bikinis all day long. And Facebook doesn't want you to put a bikini on. They don't want you to. They don't like sensitive. Yes. They don't like 10K in 30 days. They don't like any kind of income claim. So you have to play by the rules. And I didn't understand. I didn't know. So bang, shut me down. And I couldn't even run ads. So that's kind of how I got into video marketing. That's another story. But very profitable business, 10, 20 grand a month when my expenses were like squeaky. It takes a lot of, I've scaled my business now, but so have the expenses, right? So it's always a game of profitability.
It's
And
the
I think
growth is proportional though, yeah.
I'm happy with it. Listen, I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm very, very happy with it. It's been absolutely worth, all of the women's lives that we touch and change around the world. That's really the payday. Really, that's really the
Indeed.
payday. Women say this is the best freaking thing. Our program is the best program they've ever done. Gives them so much confidence. We talk about mindset. We work on your mindset. We give you our conscious creator program. And then once you have the right foundation and you can, not be so afraid to lean in and take action, pull the trigger and make offers and be visible and do all these things that successful entrepreneurs need to do every day. Once you have the right mindset and beliefs that allow you to do that, and you have this result, these clients come in, your whole life changes. People quit their jobs, they freaking leave bad relationships, get into new ones, they take their kids to Disneyland. I mean, we get people every day saying, boom, I got another client, boom, this, that, oh my God. It's freaking awesome. It's an awesome space to, it's a privilege. It's an awesome space and a privilege to be a part of. And that's really what it's about. The money is great, but who you become along the way and the impact that you make in the world that's what it's for, and all these people that sell you these coaching certifications, it's crap and garbage and worth nothing unless you know how to get a client, because you're never going to do the coaching until you have the clients. Like, you're not going to.
And from what I know, coaching comes from here, it comes from here. What matters is who you can share it with, and that's the people buy into the idea that I'm going to get a certification, so people will think that I'm expert and they'll be drawn to me. But no, there are another 100 people who get that same certification. But Vanessa, are you certified to help people grow their businesses? I'm sure as hell not, but I have a lot of clients because I know how to attract them. So
Right. So
that's what matters.
that brings another topic. A lot of people are like, I don't have a certification. I mean, to me, life gave me my certification. I failed in business. I went bankrupt. I, learned marketing and sales in the trenches. I did 4 years of product demonstrations, doing these like pitches in stores, and failed a lot, until I got it right. And then people started, asking me about sales and mindset and marketing, and I was teaching them what I was learning, and it just never stopped. And here we are today. So guys, if you want our help, if you want to shortcut your learning curve, go ahead and click on some of the links here below in this video. I've posted 2 links for you guys to check out. You can check out our 10K and 30-day program.com. You can go through and see what you're going to be learning every single week. We've gotten so good at helping you achieve a result that we only give you enough content every week that you can digest and implement. How many times have you taken a program and just felt so freaking conglomerate and it's like, oh, overwhelming? And we just give you enough to complete so you feel confident, you feel like you've got to win, and then you can tackle the next part, and it goes on top of the next one and the next one and the next one. And then you have our entire team to help you. So check out that website. Check out what some of our clients have said about, working with us here in the program. And if you want to talk with us, if you want our help, if you want to work with Nazim every week, if you want to work with me and the copywriters and the video, we have Leslie in there doing, giving you reviews on your website, on your copy, on your videos, and helping you with your offers. If you want our help, then register, book a call with our team today. It's a free call, and we'll get on the phone with you for about, 40 minutes or so. And really find out what's holding you back. Is it a copywriting thing? Is it an I'm overwhelmed by technology thing? Is it a mindset thing? Is it an I'm afraid of, I'm overwhelmed. I have, visibility blocks. That was my major issue in the beginning, and we'll help you, we'll give you the next 3 steps to really grow your business. We may invite you to become one of our clients that we take on this month. We may not. We talk to sometimes 30 women a day from all around the world. And our program is not doesn't have thousands of people in it. So space is limited. Make sure that you do book your call if you find the link here below the video. And we select people that are ready. They're tired of excuses. They don't want to spend, 2 years. They're ready for results in 8 weeks. They do their homework. They check us out online, and they're ready. They're committed. They're ready. And because here's the deal, guys, there are people, I mean, Nazim, you work in this industry. I've been in this industry for 10 years. People are making a shit ton of money. Coaching is booming. People, more and more women around the world are waking up and saying, I want to change my life, man. And they need your help. And if you're not out there, marketing yourself and promoting yourself, somebody else is. Somebody else is making the sales. So why are you waiting? Don't wait. Especially if you have this calling to be a coach. I believe it's your purpose. It's not going to stop knocking at your door. So you may, and it can be scary. I get it. But what's even scarier is trying to do it by yourself. So don't do that. Go ahead and click on the link here below. That link again is takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. And we will, a member of our team will get on the phone with you and walk you through. We've got a couple of questions here. Lou Allen, she's got a phone appointment tomorrow. That's awesome. I remember you were on here yesterday. Super stoked. Sue Green said, I'd be happy to make $3,000 a month and I could quit my job at least. Seems easy enough. Yes, Sue Ellen, let's do it. I mean, we've had so many people. And to answer your question, Sue Ellen, I've been teaching the Skyrocket Your Confidence and Cash Flow program for 8 years in different variations. So it's not a new program. It's been 8 years and I'm still around. And
been around.
Crushing it. So this is like the version that you guys are getting is top freaking notch, and we're always improving it. We're always, a lot of, I think, entrepreneurs or new coaches, they don't have $10,000, $20,000 a month to pay an expert like Nazim. They don't have $20,000 a month to, spend on a top-notch sales trainer. They don't have, $5,000 a month to pay a copywriter. They don't. They don't have those kind of resources, but I do. So come and borrow my team of awesome rock star experts. And just imagine what can be possible for you when you work with that caliber and that level of experts. That's really what it is. My promise and guarantee to you, Lou Ellen, is that you're going to learn and you're going to stretch and you are going to absolutely grow. That's my promise and my guarantee. 1,000%. And we've had tons of people quit their jobs. We have a lot of women that leave bad relationships too. A lot of women that are in bad relations because of money. That's really why I started this company, Take Your Power Back Now. That was my story. I kind of stayed in a bad I stayed in a bad relationship for way too long because I was afraid. I listened to my fear. I didn't own my power. I didn't know how to command my mind. I didn't know how to make change happen. I was afraid. And that's really why we do what we do here. It's why we're very passionate about teaching the mindset and then the systems, and that one goes on top of the other. So guys, I love this conversations. I love all of you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this time with us and your wisdom. Always fun. We have a ton of fun here. Always fun.
We should do these more often.
I know. Yeah. Let's do it. I'm kind of doing more videos these days. So let us know if you guys have any questions. You're watching a replay. Let us know if you have any specific questions. And we'll see you guys on another live and hopefully on the inside.
Sounds good. Talk to you soon.
Big hug.
Bye.